Okay, so we have a 1,500 point game for you today. Got a Necron army that's on foot, 20 Warriors, Overlord Phaeron, this guy again playing the role of Illuminor Szeras, going to test him out again, 6 Wraiths, 2 Heavy Destroyers with a single Destroyer tagging along, 10 Immortals, 3 Spyders, and 4 Scarabs, and I'm facing an Ork army. Lots of cool stuff. 20 boys in here with a knob, 20 boys in there with a knob, Destr with some kind of custom blasters, 8 knobs inside that truck there, 2 of them with power claws, and some kind of special character, I guess. Is that on the bike there? Special character on the bike? Oh, just so a special character on a bike there with some biker buddies, some Ludas back there, and also some helicopters. And I am going first, unless my opponent wants to steal initiative. We're playing a spearhead game, kill points. You want to steal? Alright, try to steal it. Oh, he steals initiative. Let's see that dice. Let's see it so people can see. A 6. He stole the initiative. How do the Orks do it? I don't know. But they stole the initiative. That's a bummer, man. All right, back in a bit. Rounding up, top of turn 1, they stole an initiative by the Orks. I don't know how that happens, but they stole the initiative. Fired into here. Illuminor Szeras rolled to, at the start of the game, I forgot to mention, gave him toughness 5, but it didn't matter as my opponent rolled 5s and 6s, and then I rolled a bunch of fails. Eventually, 4 guys rolled for reanimation. Combination of stuff hit them. But only 1 guy returned, so just lost 3 guys, even with toughness 5, even with reanimation on a 4+. So be it. And that is it. So that's all happened. These guys flew over here, flat out. Vehicle moved up a few inches, moved up a little bit, fired his custom blasters, moved up a bit, and that was about it. Those guys stayed back there. They're going to be held back, I guess, in reserve, sort of in kind of a pseudo-reserve. Those guys tried to fire the Ludas, but they were too far away to hit anything over here. Okay, so just a quick mid-turn wrap-up. Scarabs, 3 Scarabs got made, and they charged across the board. They fleeted a bit, and they got in against the Walker, as well as against this guy. So that's pretty interesting there. We might as well wrap up here what happened in the meantime. These guys flew out here, ran, moved out here, ran, moved up, fired into here, and we got lucky. We actually immobilized this guy and blew off his big gun, so that was helpful. He also can't shoot. These guys over here fired in on that guy and managed to just make it so he can't move or shoot. Couldn't really explode him though. These guys here fired at that vehicle, but I don't think did too much to him. I don't think we even got a single good glance on him. And that was it. So we're going to see what happens with this Scarab combat over here. I'm sending in my Scarabs to die. Hopefully they will cause some damage. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up my bottom of turn 1 for the Necrons. These guys in that combat managed to blow away a weapon from the Walker. We immobilized him and we made it so he can't shoot. We also exploded the Ork battle wagon. Only 1 guy died from inside. 2 wounds were taken from the explosion on the Scarabs, though. And that is it. So the Ork guy is going to respond to this aggression by the Necrons. Okay, so just a mid top of turn 2 wrap-up because there's a big combat starting. 3 Wraiths got shot down by a lot of stuff, and then these guys charged in. They popped out of their immobilized vehicle, charged in here. Those guys popped out of their stunned vehicle, the knobs, and they're going after my Spyders there. These guys said they're going to punish those Scarabs, and they're going right into the Scarabs. They were from the exploded truck. So some interesting combat starting over there. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up that combat on turn 2. By some miracle, we only lost 3 guys here. Those invulnerable saves held. The whip coils helped out too, allowed us to rend some guys. They lost by 1, but of course they're fearless. They lost an extra guy. But we are getting whittled down here. We're not going to survive very much longer. Over here, my wound allocation shenanigans worked as the Spyders took 4 wounds, but they did 5 in return, so that really helped. We're holding out there. We killed 2 bases and put 1 knob down to 1 wound. Over here, they just crushed through my Scarabs. 1 Scarab base got to go, but couldn't even hit the Walker, so that was the end of that. So kill point lost over there. And that is it. So on to bottom of turn 2. What a hectic game, man. Turn 2 and already half the armies are in the... Okay, so rounding up, the turn is not going so well for the Necrons, only because this combat, we killed a few guys, because all the guys were whip coiled this time, but they managed to kill me. That was no surprise, though. Over here, though, my Spyders should have held them up longer, but they managed to hit with a lot of their power claws, didn't roll any ones, so... They managed to get my Spider down to 1 wound. I lost by 2, and he failed his 2 fearless saves. So they got to consolidate out, which really sucks. They were supposed to be tied up. These guys here, I fired 1 billion armor-piercing shots against them, but I rolled really badly, and I only killed maybe like 7 or 8 Orks total out of like 37 shots or something. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So all 3 groups are going to get to charge in on me very soon. This is going to make or break the game right here. And that's about it. What else happened on that turn? Oh yeah, so we did get some kill points. They fired in there. Eldritch Lance blew away that truck. Over here, the Strength 9 shooting blew away the strengths of the Armor 7 Walker that got his armor reduced by the Scarabs. He got wrecked. So it's actually tied in kill points now, 3-3. But there's going to be a huge combat. It's going to determine the game right there. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up this gigantic melee over here. What happened on this turn? Those 3 groups of orcs were free to go. They just all charged in on this giant unit with my 2 HQ and with my tons of warriors. You know, what else happened over here? These guys fired into here, gunned down 2 of my dudes. No one reanimated, though, unfortunately. That was about it. Those guys finally jetted up. They went 24. They jetted up into the middle of the board. Over here, this melee was a brutal, brutal melee. I again forgot that my Illuminor Szeras gives the unit defensive grenades. Second game in a row, I forgot about that. I remembered it in time for the power claws, though, so that helped a little bit. We actually lost combat by 1. They killed, I think, 8 guys. We killed 7 things in return. I managed to take control of one Power Claw Knob's brain, but he missed all of his attacks, so he didn't help me out there. I controlled some regular orc guy, and he killed one of his buddies. In the meantime, 1 billion wounds caused, 8 caused against me total, only 7 caused by me. Luckily, we stuck around, and 5 guys reanimated with the 4+ reanimation from the orb. So we're sticking it out over here. We managed to reduce this 1 unit down to 4 guys. I'm hoping to eventually get a kill point for that. Pretty brutal combat over there. Very brutal combat. Again, still, the game's going to be determined by what happens here. My turn now, coming up. Okay, so this combat was a total whiff. All my Warscythes completely missed. Not a single hit. I managed to kill only 4 guys. Despite them having strength of 3 and my guys being toughness 5, they managed to kill 4 guys. On top of that, like tons of power fists hit, slaughtered 6 more guys. I lost combat by 6. I got cut down, so I've just conceded. That's 3 kill points right there. I'm not that close to getting anyone's here. It's my opponent's turn. He's just going to storm in here. I have nothing left to fight him with, so I'm just going to concede right here. But yeah, that was the one combat that determined it all. Yeah, the odds were just not in my favor. I just couldn't roll to save my life there. Those stupid Warscythes never do anything for me. Stupid Warscythes. But so be it, man. Thanks for the game.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.